Are you ready to know exactly what we make running this mobile mechanic business? Let's go get into the office and I'm going to show you all of our revenue and our costs, and I'm going to break it down into profit margins for each line item. All right, we're in the office. Let's get to the numbers and let's show you exactly what we did last month. All right, so right here on top of the screen, you're going to see that we did 86 total ROs. We had 103.8 hours presented and we sold 101.6 hours. We had an average per RO sale of $267.34, and we had an average profit margin per RO of 58.27%. All of that is within where I like to be. So our total gross sales for the month was $22,991.14. That cost the company $3,251.20 in technician pay. Now, that's not what I get to pay myself. That is what the company has to pay for the technician. It's a loaded cost. That includes taxes that the company has to pay, and the portion of the taxes that is withheld for me as the employee, as the technician. Now, we had a total cost of $5,927.02 in parts sold to customers, whether that be inventory items or parts that were actually sold that we purchased and sold to them. So parts to do the repairs. So with that, it was a total, I did have some battery sales this past month, which I normally don't, but I had a couple of those. That was $414.98. So that's added in there as well now. So a total cost of $9,593.20 in labor and parts. That gives us a gross profit of $13,397.94. So that's just the basic breakdown on where the money came from and what the company pays on paper for every RO. Now, obviously we have other costs. So let's go look at my spreadsheet and I'll show you where all of that breaks down and how we come up with those margins. All right, so this is my spreadsheet. I based these numbers and margins on a gentleman named Cecil Bullard. If you've never seen his stuff, I encourage you to go look at it and look at what he does. I believe most of his stuff is on a page on Facebook and YouTube. I think it's called The Art of, I'll have to put it on the screen here because I can't remember the name of it right now, so I'll blast it here when I do the editing. But go watch that channel. If you want to know exactly where your numbers should be running a mobile business or a brick and mortar, you should watch that, because it's where, when I started paying attention to him, it's when everything changed. And that's when we realized where we were going wrong on certain things and where we were way too far right on certain things. And now we're good. Everything has a good spot on where it needs to be. So let's talk about this and go from there. So first off, right here in column D, that's the percentages that Cecil tells you that you should strive to be in each of these categories. Column C is where my margins are, okay? So just know that for when we talk about these numbers. So gross revenue, $22,991, right? We know that already. Labor sales, $11,519, and that was a 50% margin. Part sales, $11,472, and that was a 49% margin. Cost of goods in labor, which we know at $32.51, that was about 14% in margin. The parts, $63.42 in cost, with a 27.58% margin. I was a little higher this month, but it's fine. So that leaves us with our gross profit margin that you saw on TechMetric at $13,397 at the 58.27% profit margin. So we're pretty close to our numbers. My margin was down a little on the gross profit, which because my parts were a little bit more costly this month. So now let's talk about expenses that we have to pay for, whether we fix cars or not. Because let's face it, part of the next line here, which is fixed expenses, it's everything. It's insurance, software. All the stuff I tell you guys about that is in the background that most of you don't know that you have to pay, or that you forget to add into your expenses to make sure your numbers are where they should be, okay? So for me, fixed expenses is everything. Software, liability insurance, gas, my truck payment, any tool payments that I have, anything you can't get out of, right? All the softwares, everything. That is a total of $5,815 for the month. It's pretty high in my eyes for a mobile service, but my truck's really expensive. And quite a few years ago, I needed a truck because I needed a big tax write-off because I didn't know what I was doing. So my accountant said, you need to go do something, otherwise you're gonna pay a ton of money. I bought a truck, mainly because the other truck was gonna die, and that's what I wanted to do. And it worked for us, and it works now. That thing is a workhorse, and it takes care of this business and makes sure I get to work doing the things I need. Do you need it? No, you don't need it. It's just what I chose to do. I like to spend money. All right, so in that fixed expense, that was at 25% margin. That's actually right where he says to be. Then you got front end staff, right? So coming the past 3 weeks and now moving forward from August 1st and on, that's my wife's loaded pay, okay? And now this isn't a fully loaded pay because we're the owner operators, right? When it comes to loaded pay, you have to think about how much you're paying the employee, what it's gonna cost you as the company for all of the other taxes, right? But the company has to pay employee payroll tax. So that has to be included in that. The only things I don't have included in that is any type of paid healthcare or anything like that, because we don't have that per se through the company. And I don't add in paid time off, right? Because we just haven't gotten to that point yet. This is still relatively new for us in these ways. But you have to remember, the company has to pay more to have the employee there than what the employee gets paid. So like, let's say an employee gets $2,000 a month in pay. The company's got to pay probably another 20, 22, 25% on top of that number in order to employ that person. So when y'all think, oh, I could make more money than that, the company might not be able to pay that. So there's a lot of different rolling pieces here that most people don't see. So that 3308 is a loaded cost just on the tax side, okay? So that's all of the typical expenses, right? So now if we look on the next line, we have owner pay. That's kind of like a bonus. So at the end of the month, I will take 10% of the gross revenue of the company of what we made and take that home as a bonus for the month. Now I don't have to. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to do it. I can leave it right where it is. But we choose to take it because we have bills at home to pay for. And then down here at the bottom, that is our net profit. And we strive to be 20% of our gross revenue sales. And for us, this past month, that was $4,598. That was 20% of our gross revenue and sales. Now, technically, we would leave that in the company. And most of the time, we do. For the past 5 years, I have left every dime in this company that I possibly could because my wife had a job and I didn't need a lot at home. Well, over the years, our bills have raised up, our kids have grown. I have a lot more things I have to save for. I have credit card debt. I have a mortgage to pay for, all these things that have grown over the years. So we don't leave as much in the company any longer. So let's break down what we actually pay ourselves. And again, some of you might not agree, but we don't pay ourselves a ton because I don't have to. It's not a necessity to take home every dime out of the company because there's a little bit of tax savings there if you have, if you're an S Corp, okay? So to talk a little bit about that, but I'll talk more about it in the next coming videos because a lot of you are asking about the tax stuff and everything else, and we have a whole video planned for you on that. All right, so what do we pay ourselves? Well, I'll break it down a little bit for you. Now, remember what I said before, the cost of good labor and the front end staff, those are loaded costs. Those numbers you see on the left side in column B, that is what the company has to pay. Me as a technician and my wife as a front-end staff, we pay ourselves a base minimum salary. We don't pay ourselves a tremendous amount. We like to leave a lot more in the company. So we only take home about $5,300. And when I say that, that's just on our paychecks. That's not the owner pay or any of the net profit. That's just on my technician pay and front-end staff pay. So we both take home around 26 to 25 a month on W-2s. Then what we'll get addition to the W-2 always changes, and that's based on the 10% owner pay. So right now we have $2,300. So at the end of the month, we might take that 10% and take home another $2,300. But I'll have to pay some taxes on that on the end of the year, which is fine. We will do that. But I don't have it set up as a paycheck that comes in consistently. I take it at the end of the month if I deem that we need it or we want it for something special or to pay extra debts with and things like that. So if we were to calculate that, right now we're sitting somewhere roughly around $7,500, okay? Then we've got our net profit for the company. Well, in reality, that's mine. I have to pay income tax on that. Whether you like it or not, I have to pay income tax on that money. What I don't have to pay if I leave it in the company is Social Security and Medicaid. So it's about 7.5% that I don't have to pay on that money if I leave it in the company. If I wanted to take it home, I could and not leave any money in the company. But I like to leave money there in the savings account and build so we can pay debt off and build and then pay more debt off. But let's say I wanted to take home the money, right? The net profit in our 2 paychecks, we would take home anywhere between $12,000 and $13,000 every month running this company. Now, again, those are not perfect numbers, and I'm sure some of you will have something to add to it, and that's cool, but this is how we do it. We do it very minimal. We don't need to be rolling in all the money and all this other crap. We have debt to pay, and that's what we're doing. We're paying off debt and taking care of our lives. Now that our kids are grown and we're saving for a wedding and all this other stuff, we don't have anything else to do but to do that stuff. Once the debts are done and paid, then my wife and I, being at a young age that we are, by 45 or so, I'll be 44 in October. By 45 and a half, most of all of my debt besides my house will be paid for, and we will be saving a ton of money. And the whole goal at the end of this is that trailer and that truck is to be either moved into a building or sold as a turnkey business. And that's the whole point of owning a business, is to be able to sell it for a profit later on down the road. So that's what our numbers are. That's where we're at. I hope that helps you understand some of those things. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions because sometimes I don't explain things correctly in a video because I got one shot at this and I'm not going to record it 7,000 times. So if you got questions, leave them down below. So don't forget to stick around because we got some more content coming your way on the tax side of this and how we pay it and how it all works and what we do as an S Corp running this company. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys on the next one.